他是 NCAA 的奇迹 ，WNBA 的门面，甚至是女篮的希望。
I feel like I probably always had a lot of natural skill.
He's a Longhorn, so don't hold that against him.
What?
Yeah, or you're born to be. What happened? Shoot the lights out.
That's right. I like that.
凯特琳·克拉克，她有什么不为人知的故事？大家好，这里是 Telfair， 我们一起挖掘真实励志有趣的篮球文化。你的点赞让我不停更新。这次我来到了印第安纳波利斯，与 WNBA 超新星凯特琳·克拉克聊了一次。
You came all the way from China?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. But we can still talk like a good neighbor.
Good.
He's a Longhorn, so don't hold that against him.
What?
Yeah, I was supposed to wear the Longhorn shirt, then I changed that.
Thank
I think
God.
it's appropriate to do that, right?
Yeah.
说到凯特琳·克拉克，有的人是因为她带领爱荷华大学闯入 NCAA 决赛而认识她，有的人是因为她用一记超远3分打破 NCAA 历史得分纪录而认识她，有的人是因为她成为2025年 WNBA 状元秀而认识她。她的篮球之路似乎总是一帆风顺。我很好奇，在篮球的道路上，这位天才少女有没有挫败的时刻呢？没想到我的第一个问题就出现了问题。
All right, let's get started.
Let's do it.
Or you're born to be a winner. What happened?
They killed the lights on you.
Shoot the lights out.
That's right. I like that. Uh-oh. Sounds like the generator maybe went off.
2 shooters out here. We
That's
shoot the
right.
lights out.
Do you play basketball?
I used to.
Used to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I bet you were pretty good.
Huh?
I bet you were pretty good.
Pretty good at shooting.
经过一番尝试之后，我们在黑暗中重新开始了这个问题。
In China, like people started to notice you when you were in Iowa or either in Indiana Fevers. But when people started to notice you, you already a dominant player, a winner already. But let's go back to the beginning of your basketball journey. Is there any moment you feel like basketball is a little bit challenging for you, or you're born to be a winner, you never feel like that?
That's a great question. Honestly, I feel like there's obviously a lot of challenging moments throughout my career. I feel like I probably always had a lot of natural skill, but I also wanted to get a lot better at it. So I always found ways to challenge myself. So that's probably when I felt the most challenge, is when I would, whether it was a hard workout or a bad game or something like that. I feel like you find ways to challenge yourself within those moments. But I would probably say I always kind of had a natural skill for it and just a knack for basketball, but I also really loved it and wanted to get better at it.
Got you. So mostly you are born to be a winner.
I guess we can say that.
之所以我们聊天的地点会停电，是因为我们的对话是在一个房车中进行的。就在我们采访的时候 ，Caitlin 正在拍摄这样一条最新的耐克广告。
Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there? Hey, Caitlin, how about from here?
Come on, guys.
这里出现的这群孩子们胸前写着 Iowa Attack， 这是一支爱华州本地的 AAU 球队。NBA 球员哈里森·巴恩斯在高中时加入过这支球队，并在这里成为了全美第一高中生。他也成为了 Caitlin 的儿时偶像。6年级时 ，Caitlin 也加入了 Iowa Attack。11年级的暑假 ，Caitlin 与 Iowa Attack 一起赢得了意外必有的全国冠军。这段 AAU 的比赛经历也让 Caitlin 意识到，他真的有机会打 WNBA。
Is there any moment you feel like, at the early age, you feel like I can really play at the highest level of basketball?
I would probably say I kind of felt that maybe in middle school. I think it was always my dream to be able to play in college and then hopefully play professionally. I loved watching basketball growing up. I loved watching the NBA, the WNBA, even college or high school basketball. I loved being around it, and I always dreamed of being able to do that. So I feel like in middle school is kind of when I realized I was probably a little bit better than most of the other girls that were my age, and I started playing up quite a few ages, and I realized I wanted that to be my future. So then I continued to work really hard at it. But I would probably say middle school is kind of when I realized I could be good at it.
Is that the same moment you realize your basketball is a little bit better than your soccer?
Yeah, probably. And I really liked soccer, and I continued to play soccer throughout high school. I ended up quitting after my sophomore year of high school, but that was only because it conflicted so much with AAU basketball, and I wanted to focus on basketball and be really good at basketball, but I really liked soccer too. And I think soccer helped me, honestly, become a better basketball player too. Definitely made me be in good shape all the time.
Got you. The time you quit the soccer is when you won this national championship with Iowa Attacks.
Yes. When we won with All Iowa Attack.
Yes.
We won that. I quit right after my sophomore year, and then my junior year was when we won our AAU national championship.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's when Katie noticed you.
Yeah, Katie came to the national championship game. That was pretty fun, and we all got KDs, and we won in front of him in Chicago. That was a really good memory. Yes.
I remember watching her when she was a summer going into her senior year. I was in Chicago for 3 days for the girls AAU nationals.
Yeah.
And all ages. I happened to see the 17 on the girls, and she was in the championship. Her team from Iowa, like I figure a few of those girls on her team now, but they played together so smooth. But she was always leading that shit. She always had the ball in her hands. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country. I was like, oh damn, I see it now. Like, you know,
Right.
like when you walk in and you don't even know who anybody is, and they just be like, yo, that's the best player in the country right there. It's just like, yo, that shit hit you out of nowhere. Like, let me really focus in on her.
Yeah.
Then I started following her career, and
回到广告，
She can't make it from there. No chance.
这里出现的是 Kelsey 兄弟，前 NFL 球员 Jason Kelsey 以及他的弟弟酋长队的 Travis Kelsey， 泰勒 Swift 的男友。从小 Kaylin 就是 NFL 酋长队的粉丝，而 Kelsey 兄弟也一直支持着他。1年前 Kaylin 去做客了他们的播客节目 New Heights。
Alrighty, our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. She's the most requested guest in the history of our show, and the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Miss Caitlin Clark. Please welcome everyone. Yeah.
I appreciate it. I'm excited. I don't get excited about many things, but this was at the top of my list.
回到广告，
Kaylin, from lead the left. You got it.
I'm not even gonna ask.
这位站在聚光灯中心的是 Kaylin 的大学教练，爱荷华大学主教练 Lisa Bluder。Bluder 教练早在 Kaylin 7年级时就见过他。
She was like 7th grade playing up against high school players, and I thought, wow, this kid is going to be pretty amazing. You could tell she had moxie at a young age and was out there very confident. You could tell that she was going to be special.
高中毕业之前，作为5星级高中生 ，Kaylin 响应了 Bluder 教练的招募，留在了家乡的爱荷华大学。在 Kaylin 加入之前，爱荷华大学已经有近30年没有回到 Final Four， 但是他们2人都坚信着爱荷华大学女篮能再一次回到全国之巅。2023年的风光3月 ，Kaylin 在精英8强狂砍41分、10个篮板、12次助攻，战胜海利所领衔的路易维尔大学。爱荷华大学时隔31年重返 Final Four，2024年他们又再一次闯入 Final Four。 在 Kaylin 大学毕业之后 ，Bluder 教练也结束了自己在爱荷华大学24年的执教生涯。
For myself, is like she believed we would be here and be in this moment, and that was the greatest thing for me. You know, going throughout the recruiting process is like I wanted to play for a coach that had the same vision that I did, and you know, we were probably about the only 2 people that believed we would be at a Final Four, and now we're at back-to-back Final Fours. And additionally, I think like she's one of the best leaders I've been around. I'm just lucky to be coached by her.
回到广告，
Hey, Caitlin from here might be impressive. Am I right?
Whatever, Chet.
这里出现的是知名喜剧演员 Kaylin 和女篮的黑子 Michael Che。早在2013年 ，Michael Che 就加入了 Saturday Night Live， 人们所熟知的 SNL。在他的节目中，时常会调侃女篮，不论是 NCAA 女篮还是 WNBA。
A number of sports bars around the country are promising to only show women's basketball games during March Madness. The bars are known collectively as the empty ones. A new report claims that recent stories on the Sports Illustrated website were actually generated by AI, and it's already making glaring mistakes. For instance, it made up something called the WNBA. The University of Iowa announced that basketball star Caitlin Clark will have her jersey retired and replaced with an apron.
于是，在选秀之后 ，Kaylin 来到了 SNL， 当面羞辱了 Michael Che。
And Michael, since you're such a big fan, I brought you a souvenir. It's an apron signed by me.
Thank you. I can't wait to give this to my girlfriend.
You don't have a girlfriend, Michael.
Caitlin Clark, everybody!
回到广告，
So right here.
这位正在表演的说唱歌手当然是 Travis Scott。2024年3月3日 ，Travis Scott 来到了爱荷华大学主场对阵 OSU 俄亥俄州立大学的比赛。1个月之前，双方的客场对阵 ，Caitlin 25投12中，狂砍45分，但是爱荷华大学却遗憾输球。1个月之后，双方的对阵来到了爱荷华大学的主场，同时这一晚也是 Caitlin 的大4之夜。这次爱荷华大学志在必得。
You know, Caitlin Clark, she's one of the greatest humans of all time. You have to come see just a good Iowa basketball. Gabby Marshall, Kay Martin, it's a good team out here.
在主场球迷以及 Travis 的欢呼声中 ，Caitlin 得到35分9次助攻，带领球队主场复仇。
From anywhere.
All right, well, looks like she can do it.
正如大家刚刚看到的，这个广告中有非常多的细节，他们贯穿了 Caitlin 的篮球生涯。
As our fans watch this video, they probably have watched your new commercial. So you got a group of people like featuring in your new commercial. What do they mean to you?
Well, I think a lot of the people that are in this commercial are either people I've met or interacted with or have been big supporters of my career this far, whether it was me from a young age or, my college coach or Travis Scott, who came to a game when I was in college. He came to senior night.
Pants.
I love it. He brought some crazy energy on senior night, or the Kelsey brothers who supported me, honestly, in college and even now professionally. So just a lot of different people that have really tuned in and really supported women's basketball, and then obviously specifically my career. So it's really fun to have them a part of this.
Got you. I already did a research on it, so I'm gonna do the breakdown and introduction for all of them.
All right, I love it.
没错，所以我做了刚刚的这个广告解析。
As more and more people watch your commercial, your campaign, what do you hope they can take away from your campaign this time?
I think for myself, it was kind of this just belief of you can kind of achieve anything and you have this confidence and you can kind of do it from anywhere and make it your own. I feel like that's kind of been my story of like, I have a lot of this confidence. It started, in my driveway as a young kid of this belief of like wanting to be really good at basketball and spending a lot of time doing it. And, my family were my biggest supporters since day one, and they kind of helped build that dream with me. And then now getting to do it on the biggest stage, I think is pretty special. And hopefully, I feel like inspiring the younger generation, it doesn't even have to be for them to play basketball, but for them just to achieve and believe whatever they want to and become whatever they want to, I think is a really powerful thing.
在爱荷华大学创造无数辉煌之后，带着全美甚至全世界的关注与期待 ，Caitlin 参加了 WNBA 选秀，并在第1顺位被印第安纳狂热队选中。新秀赛季 ，Caitlin 就入选 WNBA 全明星。4天之后，她成为了 WNBA 历史上第1位拿下3双的新秀。第2个赛季 ，Caitlin 更是成为全明星队长。她几乎是用一己之力大幅提高了 WNBA 的关注与收视率。在 WNBA 打球与之前的高中以及 NCAA 有什么不同？
You've been in WNBA for 2 years, Rookie of the Year, the captain of the All-Star team, and so how would you describe the past 2 years?
Man, I think they've first of all gone like really fast. I think I've had a lot of like pinch me moments because like this is the stage I always wanted to be on, and then getting to do it in front of like sold out crowds every single night, whether you're at home or you're on the road, I think is really incredible and probably more than I could have ever dreamed of. And it was a quick transition coming from college to the professional life, but you kind of figure it out. And I love being here in Indianapolis, and the state of Indiana loves basketball probably more than most places. So I think that's really special. And I think there's a lot of many exciting years ahead.
So which aspect of your game do you think has changed the most? Because you already have your arsenals, your passing.
Yeah.
You mentioned the passing a lot.
Yeah.
And everybody knows you have the threes.
Yeah.
So which part of your game changed the most?
Changed the most? Honestly, I think you just have to add a lot to your game when you become a professional, because everybody kind of knows what you're good at. So you kind of have to be better at a lot more things. You have to do different things. So I think that's probably been a learning curve of just trying to get better and better every single day. And I remember that after my rookie year. Obviously, you don't have much time when you graduate college and you come to the WNBA to like really improve and like work on your game, because you have a turnaround of a month before you start playing. And I think like after my rookie year, like that was probably the most exciting thing for me, is like I still feel like I have a lot of room to improve and get better. And that's kind of what I work at every single day.
Caitlin 的现象级表现让更多人知道了女篮，更多人喜欢观看女篮，并参与到女篮之中。但是与此同时，这份期待也带来了旁人难以想象的压力。成为全世界的女篮门面，到底是一种什么样的感觉？
We talked about the past, we talked about the present, now let's talk about the future. I think you inspired a lot of girls in China. More and more attentions for women's basketball in China right now. A lot of young girls, their interest, they attribute their interest to basketball, of basketball to you.
Cool.
So how you feel about that?
That's pretty cool. And obviously, China's not a place I've ever been to, but I know I'll be there very soon. And I think that's super exciting. And I think having that type of reach is something that also has an impact on me. Like, you get to inspire so many different people from different walks of life, but they all love the same thing. They love basketball and they love getting to watch it and become better at it. And that's exactly like kind of what my story was. I always just wanted to be better. I loved watching it. I wanted to put a lot of time into improving my game. So hopefully I'm inspiring a lot of people in China, especially the young boys and girls, to want to really invest a lot of time to be as great as they can be.
In New High's podcast, you mentioned the trip to Italy and Croatia.
Yeah.
I promise the trip to China
will be the best
impressive.
Trip ever. All right.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
that.
looking forward to it.
So my last question is, like, as a young girl, you play in boys league because at that time your dad couldn't find a girls league for you.
Yeah.
But right now things has changed a little bit. So in the future, what do you want to see, like, or the things for girls basketball to be improved?
Yeah, I think just like more and more opportunities, and I think that's exactly what's happening because there's going to be more and more young girls that love basketball or love another sport and believe that they can be really good at it. And I think it kind of starts with the stage that I'm playing on right now. The more we can be on TV and the more people can come and watch us and buy a ticket, or we can go to places like China or wherever it's at globally to help grow the game and allow people to see us play basketball, I think is a really important and powerful thing when you really get to see people you idolize up close. Those were some of the most impactful moments of my childhood, so I know how impactful that can be for young girls today too.
Got you. Hope I can make some contributions too.
You will, yes, sir.
I will. With this video, with the introduction video.
Yeah, I know.
I will do some.
Perfect.
Thank you, Caitlin.
That was awesome. Thank you, sir.
So good. Talk to you.
Great.
我听说这次我成为了第一位与 Caitlin 进行专访的中国人。由于时间限制，我还有很多的问题不能全部展开，或者根本来不及去问。但是这是一次非常独特、非常棒的体验。她俨然已经是一位大明星，但是与此同时，她也像一个小女孩一样快乐、简单。我来自德克萨斯大学 ，Horns Up 是我们学校的专属手势。而当她知道我来自德克萨斯大学之后，她对我比出了 Horns Down 的手势来向我挑衅。她耐心友好地回答了我所有的问题，而与此同时，她的自信与好胜也溢于言表。在 NCAA 的2年之后，她在大学的第3年迎来了大爆发，让全世界的球迷知道了自己。而在 WNBA 的第2年，因为伤病错过季后赛之后 ，Caitlin 能在职业生涯的第3年书写什么样的新故事？同时，今天的这条广告也意味着凯特琳·克拉克的首款签名鞋即将在不久之后的未来问世。她的第一双签名鞋会是什么样子？就让我们明年见吧。